Okie dokie. How are y'all doing today? I apologize if things might seem a little louder than they typically do. It seems like it might be a little louder than normal, so let me just readjust some settings here and there. Neuver just spawned in. It does seem way louder than it was before. What in the... Microphone test, 1 2 1 2. Yeah, it's really loud. Mic check, mic check. So today we're going to be going over to Thornwood Forest. I'm just readjusting volume as I'm explaining what we're doing. Best way to do so. We're going over to Thornwood for a couple of reasons. The main one being that I need an artifact and it drops over there. It's all the 3 accuracy ones drop over at Thornwood, but also Thornwood is good for capstones, among a few other things. Ominous rings, that's kind of like the rare drop there, but that's pretty much what we're gonna do. Get the game pulled up, and I don't have it actually. Hang on. The last stream I did, for anybody curious, was the 12-hour overnight stream. So if you guys haven't seen it yet, it was the one done this last Friday, September 23rd. Celebrating 5 years on YouTube. So if you guys missed it, go check out that live stream. Unfortunately, it was weird though, because YouTube, you can't upload a video longer than 10 hours, but the video cut off at exactly 11 hours 55 minutes. I don't know why. It was the first time streaming for that long. Typically what I do is, if I do like an overnight live stream like that, I'll split it up just for the sake of video reasons. But I don't know, it recorded everything except for like the last 5 to 10 minutes, so I don't know, it was just weird. Nothing underneath there. Any new event stuff? No, just welcome to Idle Ball and these things, which I really should go do, but I'm feeling far too lazy. Life skill mastery, that's 10 hours. All of those are 10 hours. What? Training XP. This one, I mean, this one would be way better for me. Yeah. Also, by the way, I am about to hit Master 31, aka Guru 1 for processing. This actually was barely 10%, about maybe 2 hours ago. I had Black Desert on in the background, and I was doing a lot of Satisfactory. We've been working on the Satisfactory world again, which I might do some more tomorrow night, kind of like putting a cap on the fuel factory or fuel generators. I have almost completely finished it. I need like, I think it's like 77 more fuel generators to go, and then my whole 200 setup will be done. So, you know, just little things here and there, you know how it be. So today, what we're gonna do, like I mentioned, we're going to be doing Thornwood once we get there. I still have the Jay's Hammer, and to be completely honest with you guys, I have tapped a few things. I have tapped my try to attack Goderai about almost 10 times in like the last week, and it refuses to go so far. In fact, you can even see some of the aftermath. I haven't fully repaired it, so you know, there's that. But the other thing I did was I pretty much liquidated most of the stuff I had in storage, all enhancement goods and everything else, so I could place an order for a strike. Now this strike, it has sold 4 times since last night. So eventually mine will get filled, but there's 54 orders, 53 plus mine, so it's gonna take a little bit of time, but once I get that, that's like one of the only pieces that I'm missing besides this going to a TET to having what I would need. And right now I'm just rocking the combat XP ones because I have no reason really. Thornwood is such a very easy place for my APDP, so I'm also realizing now that we've been going for a bit, I need to turn up the volume just a little bit on my microphone, just a wee bit. So yeah, let's go do some Thornwood for a bit. I'm hoping for a melee accuracy artifact, but I wouldn't say no to a couple of rings too, I'll be honest. Ominous rings sell for pretty good, and if I can get 2, I'll tap them together. So yeah, my days kind of consist of, like today, I grinded 2 hours over at Upper Gyphon. Got about a bill over there. Actually, I still have it on my character. Almost a bill. I think it was like 890, so it's pretty darn close. That was selling my cooking boxes every day. It's well over a bill, so that alone would be good, or it is good money. And then whatever I get over here, capstone wise, I might just put it in my gear, to be honest with you. But we'll see, you know. Before I go too much further, turn down the music. It sounds really loud. And Black Desert has this thing where music sounds either insanely loud or not loud enough, in my opinion. I've heard the music score here like about 1,000 times, and I thought I heard something, but then I was like, maybe it's IRL. It's IRL. Go to the dailies here. I'm gonna hit T. I'll be right back. Okay. Node manager. No, we're not talking to you. I do need to hop off my horse, although I probably could take my horse to the actual people that you get the dailies from, but you know. Here we go, taking our time, slowly, methodically.
If I end up becoming one of the fallen ones.
So the other thing is they gave out J scrolls recently, and I want to save these ideally for like compass grind. But I'm tempted to use them today. There was a Dragon's Blessing I believe I have on my Dark Knight over here. She's a tagged character. Yes, I do. Okay. So let me hop over there. I'll use that 30% plus campsite buff. That might push almost 300% right now, to be honest. Because they have a 60% item drop rate event. Now, 60% doesn't sound like a lot, but most scrolls they give out and stuff is like 50. The Dragon's Blessing is 30, so that's half of it. I'm kind of wanting to get back into eco grind again. We did all the creatures up to, and actually I guess finishing Medea, however you want to say it. But oh no, the storage is full. This is a problem. I'm gonna move some stuff out, like these Essence of Tunta, these, and one more item. We'll move out these, and then ideally I'll move out these as well. We'll just put this stuff back, but I need some storage space for when I go to actually grind here, because I'm gonna use maids to move this stuff over. So for now, let me head back to my main. I want to get the 10k eco eventually. We've been working at it, you know, on and off here and there whenever I got bored of like combat grinding. Nowadays, sorry, this pop filter's dirty. Now you guys get to hear what my actual voice sounds like without a pop filter. How weird does that sound? There you go. Sorry. So yeah, I think I'm going to use this Dragon's Blessing. Has 25 days left on it. Drop rate alone is 108%. We're going to run yellow, not yellow. Nope. Nope. That's, get off my screen. 8. There we go. So we're going to run blue. Blue gives the most amount of drop rate, not drop amount. I don't care about drop amount. I'm only here for drops. I'm not here to make money. So we're going to run blue. That'll give me up to 208.5%. This extra 30. And I think just the other 50. So we'll be near 300%. Near. Not exactly. We'll be like 288.5, I think. Which, it's only 7% more. We'd almost be at full, though. Did I? No, I have my gear on. These armadillos are just... They're some chunky boys, I guess. They are armadillos after all. Like, they have a decent amount of armor, I would imagine. Okay, let's turn that on, and then we'll activate the Dragon's Blessing. So this puts me at 288.5. So we'll start at the first pack over here. By the way, I've been incorporating this move into my skill rotation because it actually... Oh, I forgot to feed pets. It's always something, guys. It helps to reduce evasion for enemies and then also increase my own evasion. So, skill add-on. I basically went over skill add-ons and went for what would give me the most advantages in PvX. And if you guys are curious, I actually updated the photo down below in the description. So if you click on the link that says my current skill add-ons, you'll see them. So I went over what would give me the most, like, DP or the most, you know, maybe AP in general, and also a big one being evasion, because there are a lot of classes. Bear in mind, I'm Kuno. I'm supposed to be, you know, I could prioritize Eva and just go meme build, but I don't want to do that. But there are other classes that do evasion better than Kuno, so not saying any particular one. Mystic. So I've been throwing out, what's this ability called? Black Moonlight. I've been throwing that one out a little bit recently. It's actually a pretty good one too. Oh, that was ranged accuracy. I was about to say, we done here, boys. We out of here, but no, it was a ranged one. Not the same. Afuara is way back over there. Okay, hit Q. Hit not Elvia skill. I probably should change it to 1, to be honest with you. That, I need to go get Afuara over here. No leaf, sage. I don't have simple Cron Meal. It wasn't the critical hit, it was actually the movement speed. I felt slightly slower. Yeah. Is this a 3? Yeah, it is. So that alone I could feel is weird to me. Not all too concerned about Vel's heart right now either. That's still on cooldown. The cooldown for these are 6-second difference, so I need to think about them like that. About a little pre-awakening there, just a little bit, why not? Sorry, what? Sorry, I'm reading guild chat. You guys can't see it, but it's just something funny. It just kind of made me chuckle a little bit. Yeah, just in the air, just why not? You know, it's only super armor, you know. There's the first event. On the first rotation, too. Not bad. A little bit of lag. Calling it out as it happens. It's not your internet. It's just game. More than likely my machine. Something. Actually, it's not my machine this time. It's just straight up lag. Somebody at the guild is saying that they might go to Toros afterwards. Whatever it is they're doing. I mean, if I can get the artifact, we might go to Toros, but looks like another person's taking up on the offer. I can't say, oh yeah, I'll go to, you know, Toros in like an hour because, you know, I just started my hour first off. And two, I really want this artifact, like, badly. Oh, they're gonna do some taps. Okay, they're enhancing. Okay, Dark Knight, there you are. I really hate the fact that, you know, that would imply that, like, I'm invisible, but they can still see me. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And I'm stunned. Stupid dark chasers, condemners. Nothing too crazy. 3 capstones, though. That's pretty good. In all seriousness. I'm still not used to the timing for all that, by the way. Like, hit block jump into Black Moonlight. I'm still not used to that timing yet. But for anybody curious, though, who's been, like, active in watching, this last week before my 12-hour stream, I injured my wrist doing a bunch of Gaifen, and I haven't had the ace bandage on since maybe Saturday morning. So my wrist is feeling a lot better. I'm not relying on, like, anti-inflammatory stuff because it was... That flute there I thought was a timer. I don't know why. What's the XP like at Toros? Not great. I'm still trying to hit 1 because I'm so used to, if something's on my quick slot, I hit 1. Do they unnerf Shy? Okay, let's calm down now. I have a love-hate relationship with Shy because the one time I went to Lower Gaifen, there was a battle Shy who had like 2 less AP than me, and in one ability had a mob at half HP and killed it. Like a crusher, like one of the big ones, you know. It just, that full triggered me for like a week. And I'm like, you're telling me a support class or a class that has played more in a support style most of the time is able to one half chunk mobs there, whereas I play a class that for all intents and purposes should be like an assassin, and I can't do that sort of damage? Are you serious? Tendon cutter into that. Why not? I'm still working on when I swap over to do Black Moonlight, I'm trying to figure out a combo that I should use there. Wow, that actually does a decent amount of damage too. Some spirit dust. Really think I should use Shadow Stomp before. Is that the name of the moves? I used to know the names of all like the pre-awakening secession moves, but I know I'm a fake Kuno. I've been an awakened Kuno for like 2 years, guys, alright? I don't know this information anymore. I'm pretty sure it's Shadow Stomp. Because hit this, then hit this, Shadow Stomp into... I've already forgot the names of it. The thing with it is I can't use Black Moonlight in my awakening form. I have to be in Short Sword. I can't use it here. If I try to hit it, nothing happens. And then it'll say something to the effect of you're not in the right stance or something like that. So I have to go into Short Sword, which makes sense. Hey sir, how's it going? It was dry, had to cough. Also, my guild recently promoted me to officer for whatever reason. Probably because they see me on all the time. Which reminds me, I'm going to quickly hide because I don't like to bring up the guild thing because there's actually like a couple of things I don't want you guys to see. Is there anything here for Thornwood? There is not. Okay. I keep wanting to do that. That's not the combo I should do. Either Tendon Cutter or Shadow Stomp, I think is what they're called. It's gonna kill me if I don't look it up. Hang on. Moves I'm looking at are this one. Shackles. No, it's not Shackles. This one. Shadow Stomp. It is Shadow Stomp. Not PG-13 content. No, not that. It's there's a Discord invite to like the guild's Discord, so that's like the main reason. I don't want people like random people watching my stream to just join it and be like, you know, just start being absolute bots. So, you know. Hold on. I'm really trying to throw that in wherever, but it doesn't really need to be thrown in here. Just trying to get familiar with using it. So the plan is, the next time I go to use it... I thought I was in pre-awakening there for a second. Oh my gosh, this is screwing up my brain so bad right now. Okay, so I'm going to use it right over here. So hit this, then Shadow Stomp, hit that. Well, I should hit that first. I feel like that'd be really great though at some spots with 5, I think it's 5 minus evasion for like 12 seconds, 13 seconds. And let me, there, yep, okay, hang on. Skill add-ons, it's underneath this one. So all evasion rate minus 5% for 10 seconds. This is the max you can get is 5%. And my own evasion up by 5% for 7 seconds, which is the max that I could do. This, and then this into this tendon cutter. It's just this into this and that with a little bit of these and those. Imagine, like, because what went through my mind when I was saying all that too was like the Powerpuff Girls. A little bit of spice or sugar, spice, and everything nice. It was just like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that chemical this, like no real definitives, you know. All right. The game is taunting me, guys. It knew, like, first rotation, it gave me a ranged accuracy, but now it's just like, nope. Yeah, that one's not really that great of a move, I'll be honest, just because it's Fatal Blow. I remember some of them, guys, you know. It hasn't been that long since I played Secession. It has been a long time, though. The Dark Knight, come on. Alright, sick. I pretty much just go into Pre-Awakening just so I can throw that out there, just for the extra, like, evasion debuff, and then just go into more attack. Raise my crit chance and everything else. Really? Alright, sick. I guess I can use that to kind of back away and reposition, like I just did there. It's not too bad, actually. I can see the versatility of it for sure. Plus, by using block jump, I didn't realize this for the longest time, but it adds like 12 AP for, I don't know, 10 seconds, 12 seconds, something like that. Like, it's enough of a reason for me to incorporate it into my main rotation. See if I can find it. It's not Kunai block, it is block jump, but I'm having a hard time finding it. My character's just getting rampaged right now. You'll be fine, lady. If you die, it's, you know, it's for a good cause or something like that, and you're not gonna die. Who am I kidding? Where the heck is it? Am I blind? There it is. I am blind. It adds melee plus 6 AP for 10 seconds. You guys can't really see that, but there it is. Hit this, boom, and then all of a sudden I've got extra 6 AP. I thought it was 12. Something I read in my kit does that, though. This. That might be my Lunar Dash. I wonder if those actually stack up. Hang on. Wait for most of my debuffs to run out. So just attack speed, Lunar Dash is off. So hit this, and then... Okay, so it is 2. So all AP plus 10 and then the melee AP. So it's 2 different buffs. Okay. Which makes me wonder why one is called all AP. Like, aren't all of Kuno's skills melee? Am I missing something? Is the chakram considered ranged? If so, that's weird. But I guess it would make sense because you could throw the discus, you know? I'm thinking about it too much. I just need a melee accuracy, baby. That's all I care about. After I kill this calc over here, this bat creature, I'm gonna head down below to where the other two are for the daily. It's weird because it spawns two, or no, just this one area for the darkness, and then there's a darkness one that spawns on the lower spot, but then there's two of the bloodthirsty down there, and there's no bloodthirsty up here at all, which is weird to me. I feel like it needs a slight change around here, but this is one of the bloodthirsty right here, and then it couldn't kill it before it roared, so it's probably going to reset its HP because it does that. Oh, it didn't, thankfully. And then the other one is further down below. Here's one of the other calcs, the one of darkness. The other one's over here. I'm only doing this so I can do the dailies. Probably should just do this after my buffs run out, but let's kill this beast trainer and just start running back. So when I get done grinding, I'll just go and hit one of these two and then just call it good enough. Try to get back to where my rotation was, which is right here. Thanks, Dark Chaser. You always know how to brighten my day. It's still on cooldown, not anymore. I will say the thing that's only hurting, it's not my left wrist, it's actually my right wrist from all the mouse, like going back and forth like this. I know the easiest way to fix that problem is just increase my DPI. It'd take a little bit for me to adjust to it, but I've adjusted to it over the years, no problem. So I might consider doing that at some point. Just toying with my food now. I just want to be completely honest with you guys. Does this music strike you at all like how Metroid music sounds? Or is it just me? Like, it just feels like it's an atmosphere, like ambiance more than anything else. Which, to be fair, I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just... Afuaru. Boink. No leaf? Couldn't even give me 2 capstones, guys. Fuwara's a jerk. I hit the... Do I need... my whole monitors went black. I'm watching OBS. That was weird. My whole monitors went black. It's been a while since my, I know it's my cables. It's been a while since one of my cables did that. It did it during the 12-hour live stream, too. Yeah, the unfortunate news with block jump is that the only way to go to short sword is I have to hit up. If I go to the side or behind, I'm still in the shotgun. So, well, there is another move I can use. It's shifty. That'll get me back to short sword. A bit longer animation, though, than just block jump. I guess I could always just hit down C and just go back to short sword really quickly too, but what I'm saying is there's a lot of options available to when I want to swap back and forth before and after awakening states. This has only been something I've been recently adding to my kit, mainly because it's there, and how else can I sort of take advantage of certain situations or certain like skills. The big reason why is, like I said, Black Moonlight allows me to have the most amount evasion and also debuff evasion on somebody else. So that's the main reason I went with it. Plus, I can get that off 9 times out of 10 after block jump. It'll confuse somebody when all of a sudden I'm behind them and I've hit them with the block jump. All of a sudden their evasion is 5% less, my evasion is 5% more. So if they go to hit me, there's a good chance that they'll either miss or they'll take more damage from me, so... Creamy Cake is doing Cressies. Alright, let's go ahead and throw some of this. Nope, that was a waste. He's doing Valtari? Valtara's belt. I was gonna hit that guy, but nah. Now I can aggro him. And immediately get stunned. Venomous Knifing. Nice. Recently, not too... I think it was like 3 or 4 days ago, I did another 10 Ibidor scrolls because I'm actually still grinding for capstones. And when I was liquidating everything, capstones were one of those items that I was getting rid of. Now that I've got the pre-order for the artifact, like I mentioned, it's also in... or Lightstone, excuse me. It's also mentioned in the description where capstones and that sort of stuff are now going to be saved instead of sold, because I was selling everything possible, including capstones. And from the recent Heidel Ball that occurred, a lot of people were giving out the Jay's Gift, I think, which had the Jay Scrolls and enough for like 200 capstones a piece, like per person, per account. So there was over 25,000 Caphras yesterday on the marketplace, and today there's none left. So people were buying them like crazy, which is always nice when they do that sort of thing, because, you know, gear cap players, they can make more money to, I don't know, just hold on to more of it, or just, you know, make some slight advancements, because it takes billions of silver for that sort of stuff. Hundreds of billions and billions and billions of they are billions. Sorry, I just got stuck in a loop there for a second. But yeah, the the amount of capstones on the marketplace, it's insane how fast they all went. So now it's my turn to start saving. I think I need like another 6,000 or 7,000. I can even start buying capstones, but my goal is I'm focused on multiple things. I'm focused on saving the capstones that I earn until I get C10 for both my gloves and my shoes, which they did confirm that gloves for the Slumbering Origin, aka Fallen God Libresca, is coming out next. So gloves is next. Hyped for that. Eventually they're going to get the shoes, so I need to start prioritizing my gloves more than anything else. They're both at 7, so I think from here on out it's okay to just kind of focus on one until I get to where I need it to be. So maybe, maybe not. Maybe like if I get them both to 8 and then there's like no DP increase at 9. So I might do like, I might walk them up until, you know, or I might just, like I said, focus on one. I don't know. I'll cross that bridge when I actually get the capstones for that and can actually just make that decision. For now, though, it's just a matter of holding on to capstones, holding on to blackstones, because I sold all of those despite buying some of them recently. I sold like over 2,500 of each over at Jade from just doing the dailies and just grinding there in general. So, you know, I liquidated a lot, guys. But it was all for a good cause to get that one little lightstone that was going to give me, like, I think it's a critical damage percent is what strike is. I don't remember if it's 1, 3%, 4%. I think the whole, like, set, I don't want to say like 10% or something ridiculous, but I think it's 5% more critical damage. Which, being a Kuno class, you get quite a bit of crits. Playing any class really with the right buffs, you can get a lot of crits. But it would definitely help me out for sure. Alright. So used to just going immediately out of the pre-awakening state. I will say one of my favorite soundtracks of the game is partially the Odalita region. I really like Valencia for the regal exotic sounds, but I do like the Odalita for the like sad sort of, I'll call it melancholy. Whether or not that's accurate, it feels very melancholic. I'm just all for like those sort of like the sense of isolation or sadness in songs. I really like them. I don't know why. Really? You gonna do me like that? Would've gone. Oh gosh. Thanks, guys. Also, the whole time I was down, the evasion pretty much, or evasion debuff pretty much ran out. So that was nice. But I have been noticing that extra 5%. I was going with a group earlier today at Upper Gyphon. Like I said, I did 2 hours there already today. Ooh, Black Star. And whenever I would hit it, I would notice the pack would die a lot faster. Because that extra like 5% debuff is insane, the amount of damage output that can occur. I don't know if anybody else was using it. I'm not still used to like the look of the debuff. It's that like person right there with 2 down arrows. I'm still not used to seeing that, and there was a lot of other debuffs that were being applied and I wasn't really paying that close attention. That might have been one of those moments where I wish I either recorded it or was streaming, because then I can always just go back and rewatch the footage, you know? Here, get debuffed. And all the ones over here got over here, like, attracted. Like a moth to a light. Would've gone. So yeah, this is like an insane amount of AP when I use that combo. Block jump, and then I hit the Black Moonlight and then do Lunar Dash Flow. The Lunar Dash itself gives me DP, but the Flow gives me AP buff for 10 seconds. So using that sort of a combo is actually really good. This is evasion debuff, hit the Flow. I'm max AP'd pretty much. I can feel they die a little bit faster when I have that going. Not much. All right. On the bright side, too, I'm nearly 64% of the way to 64. So, you know, one thing at a time. Ooh, Black Star Shuriken, nice. Eventually I'll have one of those. I have a Kudum Shuriken at a +7. Same thing with a Nuver Shuriken, because I kind of want to get one of each, just to kind of feel what it would be like at a pen. But if they have a Black Star, then I don't really need the Kudum. So, at least in my opinion, I think that Black Star would be better. Like, no Kaffir's level once you get it to pen. Yes, it's pretty much maxed out. There's nothing else you really can do for it besides crystals. But I think it's better than a Kudum. I could be wrong, because it's been a hot minute since I actually looked that up, so. Some very expensive taps that Crimson is doing here. I wish I could do that. I sold everything. I literally have like no Blackstones. If I do, it's like on a character that I just don't feel that inclined to move to a storage somewhere. That's another thing I'm hyped about too from the Heidel Ball is storage everywhere. If you want to access your Velia storage and you're in Duvenkroon, you can do so. You don't have to go onto an alt and like move stuff around. You can just access the storage in Duvenkroon. Whereas I think it was, at least explained to me, was the giant egg in the sky. And until I actually see it in patch notes, I don't believe anything that anybody says, including Pearl Abyss, because, well, they've promised a lot of things over the years and haven't really delivered and canceled a lot of content, and etc., etc. So until I see it in the patch note and in game, I'm not going to believe anything that they say. It's not in the game now, and until it becomes in the game, it's just a sick, twisted fantasy that may or may not come to life, you know? It's really sad to say that, but there's been a lot of times where they said things that weren't true, so... There's only a dark mage here. All the other ones got lured when I was on the other, like, was it the eye? No. I don't remember what the pillars are called, to be honest with you. I don't even know. Do I have all S rank knowledge here? I've grinded here enough. I sure hope so. Thornwood, Ecology, Thornwood Forests. I have Wrath and Eye of Despair. So yeah, the two, this one to my left over here, and then there's another one further. They're both A rank, so. For the ecology grind, like I mentioned when I was doing them, I'm not too concerned about grind spots, because that I could just get in my spare time while grinding there. But it's just like the ecology of like creatures and that sort of stuff. That's what I'm focusing on when I do those eco grinds. Mainly too because I want to increase my max energy. It's at 533. I want to try to get it to max, or at least pretty darn close to max, and I think it's almost 650. It's somewhere around there. I haven't looked it up recently. Still, there's more than 100 energy for me to get. The Eye of Despair, you literally have no HP. What are you doing? I'm assuming that's what stunned me. Try Uragan. Might be doing a Tet to pen taps soon. Building up a massive fail stack. Black Star Florang Duo. I've got nothing better to do or think about, to be honest. Just mindlessly grinding, you know? Ooh, a Tet Urugan. I know I say it a little bit different. I don't say it like I'm American. Urugan. It's Urugan. That's how I've always said Urugan in this game. I always say Urugan. I don't know if it's lazy. I don't know if it's actually like I'm trying to speak a different language. Don't know. I don't really mind it either. It's Urugan. Better than what a lot of other people, like a bunch of weebs, say. Urugan. Just like Afuaru. I think it's because of the Valencia region. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's because of them. Like a lot of them, they don't really say R. They kind of have like a syllable. Afuaru. My name is Prince. Yeah, I think that's where it's from. I can't remember the prince's name, otherwise I would have tried to act in like him. My name is Prince something or another, and I am from Valencia City. Sorry. Went through my mind. Okay, so I'm glad I have a filter. What went through my mind was... see if I can do this with a straight face. Hey, A+. What went through my mind was... oh, gosh. My name is Prince Ubugan. Like, that's what went through my mind. My name is Prince Ubugan. Oh, gosh. Just talking about them both, my mind just went 2 + 2 = fish. I was like, okay. Oh, man. When I'm like really tired, I am extremely sarcastic and I don't have much of a filter. So whatever comes out of my mouth, just, you better be prepared. So I was kind of surprised in the 12-hour stream that I didn't get there, but I'm still kind of recovering from that a little bit. Still not nearly as bad. Like last night, I was struggling to stay awake past 7 p.m. So, but today I got a decent amount of sleep. I'm feeling pretty refreshed, you know, just my mind apparently is wandering to places that it probably shouldn't be. Prince, oh god, you know. Well, 11 more minutes. It's almost 12. 11 more minutes, though, until my buffs run out for the first hour, and no artifact yet. I do want to do a second hour, so, you know. Okay, you can stop stunning me, that'd be great. I want to take a look at how many capstones we have at the end of the first hour. So far, 40. Sheesh! No Vel's hard either, so. I try not to use things that are overkill, you know? Like, these guys have green on their names, and they're not taking too long to kill without a Vel's Heart. I'm probably missing a little bit more than I probably should be. Vel's Heart does have accuracy. I just remembered that today when I looked at it, so. I don't know all these things off the top of my head. Ooh, where's another event? So, you know, artifact would be nice. Balls in your court game. What you gonna do about it? I've probably taunted it, so now it's not gonna want to do it for me, so. Such is the way of life. Massive Pure Magic. I'm gonna need a ton more of these too because we just got it, boys. Melee accuracy. We don't have to stay for another hour. What? We're not gonna stay for another hour. We don't need to stay, so I'm not going to. I'll finish the rest of my 9 minutes just in case. You never know. Spectre's energy. Maybe a lung. Huh? I don't think the game's gonna be that generous. I'll be honest. If it drops a lung, you can clip it. But this is the other one that I'm missing for my build, so that was great news. Really great. Only thing else that I'm missing is this order being fulfilled and just equipping the light stones in GG. Got the artifact build that I'm going for. Again, a huge shout out to RNGesus from my guild. Really, I would consider him a friend, whether he does consider me a friend or not. Dark Knight? The frick are you? Are you in the bush? You weirdo. Hit you with that Eva debuff, baby. Don't do it. Okay. Thought she was gonna stun me under the ground. I might try to see doing other things. Still feel it from the overnight stream, or what? What are you talking about? If it's about the overnight stream, I didn't mean for you to stay up all night too, but I had a blast nonetheless. This over here. I did those two moves just so I can avoid the Dark Chasers, because they have a tendency to stun me. Same thing with the Condemners. There are 4 mobs that can stun you, to my knowledge, and then a tower. Both the Spear Maiden, the bear one, and the wolf one, they both can stun you. I think it's the champion, or no, Condemner, not the champion. Maybe the champion can too. I know the Condemner can, and I know the Dark Chasers can. And I think it's either Eye of Agony or Eye of Despair, whichever one's got the Thicko, oh gosh, the Thicko mode base. It's like a square. Venomous sniping. Oh my goodness. The Frenzied showed up and I wasn't waiting for it. It was fun. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed your time with it. Goodness. I was gonna get that pack over there, but these guys are just annoying me. Did that aggro them all? I think it did. The mage is just gonna be all dramatic about it. Who did that? Let me power up my spellbook real quick before I... Oh, I'm here now. Thanks, mage. Was fun, but hurts. I hope that you're feeling better, though. I hope that you've still been a functional adult. And sorry to put you through that, but I did give you outs several times throughout the night because I knew that you had work on Monday. Oh, that's on cooldown. That feeling happens a lot more when I'm playing my Dark Knight, but it still happens even when I'm playing on my Kuno here. There are some times where I don't think that's going to go very far, and then other times where it does go far enough. Yeah, do your big AoE now. Ooh, I'm so scared. Alright, this will probably be the last rotation. It's kind of iffy. I'll just go until I run out of time, really, but I'm predicting by the time I get back to the start that my timers are going to be 0 for my extra drop rate buffs. Heck, we might even go over to Jade. Ooh, a Tet Reblath. Nice. Scared. Might go over to Jade because I can do the dailies over there, get a few capstones, like usually 40 to 60 on average. Try Black Star. Very nice. He's making me nervous though from the amount of tapping that he's doing. Honestly, I just need to do more. I'm probably going to start grinding more at History of Ruins and such like that for the Pilafay scrolls. The main reason is that there are 2 bosses that spawn in those instead of 3, and I don't know realistically how many like memory fragments per level 5 that you get, but if it saves a lot more time, then that's all I care about. It is very much out of the way because the relic ones are south of Calpheon, north of Bear, closer to Bear though. It's like really close to the road you actually turn off to go to Hex Sanctuary. Those of you who know, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But there's 3 mobs for those, and Pilafay is 2. So if the 2 can be a lot faster, like a lot faster, then it would be worth to go over and, you know, take a lot more time getting out there, because it's on the way outside of Altanova. You leave Altanova to the north, then the road goes east. It's along the way before, I want to say before you hit the first outpost to your left, which is like they've got like a stable and that sort of stuff. I can take a look here in a second. It's Rock Post. I think it's on the other side, like right here, I think, before Taftar Plain. Or no, it's right here. It's before Rock Post. So Altanova Gateway, and then I think it's like right there. Somewhere right about there. So it's a little bit out of the ways. I mean, Altanova is like really close. I mean, it's closer than where the relics would be for Calpheon, I feel. So it might be easier to restock. Yes and no, though, because when you go back into town, there's like this winding path that you have to raise a lot of altitude to then get into town. So, you know, there's some pros and cons. I still feel like it'd be better, though, if it's more memory fragments per like 5 times scroll, then it's definitely value, in my opinion. Per a 5 times for relics, I average roughly 25. 5, 5, and 10. So I would say as long as I get like maybe, I'd say anywhere between like 15 to 20, we kill the boss. It would have to be more than 20, but if we kill the boss in like, how would I quantify this? Relics take almost, with the group that I was running the last couple of nights, there was 4 of us, mind you, doing 5 times. It was taken anywhere between like 4.5 to 5 minutes. I know it's not the fastest clear time in the world, but the biggest thing is just getting the group together. People who are willing to do it, people who want to do it despite their AP is low. I don't know how they would fare in a 5 times for Pilafay. I imagine it's roughly the same, but I might even just purchase a bunch of Pilafay scrolls and just go do that real quick. Hit him with the debuff. Right before Black Spirit's Rage. That was a great timing for Black Spirit's Rage. I was complaining about it earlier this morning when I was doing Gyphon, and I was just like, it just feels like recently every time I go to use Black Spirit's Rage, just not even casually aware of it, it's a bad time. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. I'll go to the edge over here, and I'll call it after that pack in the background. Let's do a little bit here. My brain is going, just do one full rotation, but I'm like, I don't really want to do another full rotation. I'll give it this much and leave. No specters, no leaves, but that's okay. We're not here for specters or leaves. We are here for the melee accuracy, and we did get that. So I am totally fine with that. While I'm here, let me turn off loot scrolls. See, I got melee AP, melee accuracy. So I got these two in here, rage and marked, which is what's in here. I have the other one, and that one, let me go ahead and do the last calc real quick. And then we'll head over to do something else that I don't really know. I mean, I might even just swap over to Satisfactory here in a bit, you know, just saying. Running around at the speed of copyright. Alright. Continue running up the stairwell. Running up the stairs through the castle gates to the tallest tower where the princess might be, and she's nowhere to be found. There's a little mushroom creature. I wish I could do his voice, but it would probably hurt me. You know, just can't do it. Mocking me, laughing at me. She's in another castle. Let gasp. I said, I didn't actually gasp. I just went let gasp. I don't know. Yeah, I'm still recovering from the 12-hour stream. I could feel it. Okay. Let's head over to Odraxia. We need to go over to Odraxia. I don't know why whenever I say Odraxia, I think of Count Dracula. Draxia, Count Dracula. It's the same syllables, I guess. Dracula, Draxia, yeah. By the way, I hope you guys are geared up for Halloween this year. Me personally, I don't... Ooh, Pan Urugun. It's the Urugun. But I've got a few decoration objects. Jeffrey will be making an appearance again, and they have already released the Mountain Dew Voodoo flavor of this year, and I'll be honest, I've had like 2 bottles of this stuff. I don't know what the flavor is. I really don't. Last year, straight up, I almost said smelled. It tasted just like Starburst candy, and this year it's more sour. It's not sweet. It's almost like green apple-ish, something like that. I don't know what it is this year, but it's enough of a difference for me to go, it's not really sweet. It's more like tarty, kind of soury, you know? Also, before I go any further, I'm going to take a look. Are people doing Upper Gyfin? Somebody's doing Turos. Turo 297k. Somebody in New Olvia that is being very, you know, rude. Just join. Alright. I'm not seeing anything really there, so. Alright. We got quite a few stones overall, actually. All 3 different ones. We got all 3. Nice. I have enough Ancient Spirit, really? I'm 2 off from 40 more capstones. Sheesh. Oh, I have churro stuff in here I could sell. Well, there's another 205. There's a bill for the day. Let's take it all out, and then I'll just take about 100 mil. I mean, keep it about 100 mil on my character these days. Not that I really need to keep anything on her, but we'll do 2 as weapon and 1, or excuse me, 2 as armor and then 1 as weapon. The other thing that I need to actually Caphras that I haven't really considered is on the build that I'm going for, there is also some Caphras invested into my Kutum. Now, what I'm curious about, let me go ahead and just clone this build. Yes, please. So I'm going to show you guys my build here. Nothing else is shown on screen, so we're good. So this is currently the build that I'm going for. It's a C7 on the Kutum, C10 on these two. And in the set is target openings, which is 6% critical hit damage. So that will be nice. That will be nice. The craziest thing with this is that, well, we have the 2 melee accuracy, so I have Rage marked, and then I need Lungs and Strike. So I'm waiting on Strike to be done, and then I have this build. The difference that I want to know is if I clone this build here, and I go to this one, and I change the Fiery Kutum to a Black Star. Where is it? Black Star Shuriken. Where's Black Star Kunai? Thank you. But I want Fiery Black Star. There's no Fiery Black Star Kunai up here. Really? There it is. So this up to a pen would be just a hair bit better. Just a hair, just a wee bit. Now, if I change this to Caphras level 20, though, it looks like it's the exact same. Accuracy, though, would be slightly favored by the Kutum. Slightly. I think that's the only difference. Sheet accuracy over here too is the exact same. Let's do defense. There's monster damage reduction 5 more on the Black Star. So that's something. Resistances, I imagine these are all the exact same. Additional 194. So just 5 more DR against monsters on the Black Star. And I'm not seeing anything else change. No. So the only difference is 5 more monster damage, or 5 more monster damage reduction, I guess, or 2 accuracy. That's the only difference between the two. Maybe that 2 accuracy is better than just the monster DR because I'm evasion, so I don't really need that much, DR per se. But yeah, I do have a Black Star Kunai as well. So yeah, these two I'm just like, back and forth a little bit. Not really sure what I want to go for, but I do want that strike. So I need to get lungs. Let me go and see. Do I have an extra lungs artifact anywhere?
You can talk about your personal stories at the tavern.
I do have a lungs because I bought it. Go ahead and find that. Where is it? This is just straight up accuracy, but the one I'm looking for is going to be, I think it'll replace my PvE. Can I copy this somewhere else? Like maybe the skill XP? I'll clear the rage XP one because I don't really need that one. So this one, let's see, skill preset 6. This will be target. That's what I'll just call it. This one's going to need the melee accuracy with rage and marked, and then it's going to need this other one. So for now, I'll just save the preset. And this one, let me just go ahead and add this lightstone, and then this will make this build obsolete. So I need to go in and edit the presets. Let's add underneath this one, save it. So I'm just missing the strike. Whenever this gets purchased, that's one total thing less to deal with. I wish I still had value packs because my 3 Nuver Hallidays, they all sold. So that'd been nice to have before, but I'm not salty. So, scrolls. Did I sell my scrolls? I'm pretty sure I did. I sure did. So scrolls written in ancient language. Now this is where things get very difficult for these. So these are very expensive. The main thing you get from them are memory fragments. If these give like twice as much memory fragments, then great. But relics are still way cheaper. They're like half the cost pretty much still. They've been steadily rising ever since the fishing event got done, but you know, these are still like amazing for getting a ton of memory fragments. The biggest issue with getting scrolls, I mean, I could just go to Gyphon, or not Gyphon, man, I got Gyphon on the mind. I can go to Histria or one of the other places in the desert and just get a ton of scrolls, like 40 an hour or so, and that might be better, but right now I'm not going to worry about that. We could do like an hour at Histria tonight, who knows. Right now I'm hopping on to my Valkyrie, because I have her as my cooking alt. So gotta do some cooking. Pearl Abyss, this is a message to you, Pearl Abyss. Are you watching? I would love to know why a tagged character cannot pick up trade goods and sell them, but yet you can gather on that tagged character and you can't even put the trade good in your storage. Why? Oh wait, that's right, the trade rework that they canceled. Oh, okay. No, that makes sense. Just remind yourself of the content that they cancel, you know, just... It's fine, you know, I don't care. You're mad. No, I'm not mad. So, we're going to do some cooking. For those of you who are unfamiliar, I used to do a lot of life skilling before doing combat, and I have not forgotten my roots. I apparently forgot where things were, but, you know, 8,000 meat, 5,000 flour. We'll do wheat. I need 2,000 eggs, which I could sell a ton of these, but 2,000 cheese, which this is where the problem is now. And then I need 4,000 deep fry oil. Sure. Deep fry oil is up to the top, I thought. I'm blinder than a bat when it comes to these things, guys. I haven't forgotten my roots, but nothing has changed. I still am blind as a bat when it comes to these sort of things. The heck is the deep frying oil? Right here? Yeah, okay. This is when I would love to have like craftsman, like a second craftsman cloth, because my main character is so close to Guru 1. It's not even funny. So before the stream, I was doing Satisfactory, like I said, but I was over and doing processing of copper ore to melt it down. I was going to go through all my copper ore, which is probably going to take like no kidding, 2 or 3 days of 24/7, or at least as active as I can be, of setting it up and doing that, which means we might, you know, swap over to Satisfactory if I do decide to do that for the remainder of the stream. But I mentioned it quite a bit, but I'm serious. I do kind of want to do something else. I accomplished what I set out to do today, and that's more than enough for me. And before I forget, we need to go on my Dark Knight. But before I do, let me go ahead and move this. This is another reason why I want like a second group of Tet, or excuse me, Try, because it'd be nice to have that, you know, and just a little bit. But yeah, I want a second set of craftsman clothes, even if I have to craft them, because I do want to get knowledge of crafting all the different craftsman clothes and other items as well. So I want to get a second one, get it up to at least a Try, maybe a Tet, and then keep it on my Valkyrie for cooking related reasons, and then also get a... I didn't remove the processing stone, did I? I don't think I did. I tapped that from a Try just today, actually, so...
There's one thing I really
go ahead and put some of these things back into storage. I need to move some of these other things, like lion meat. I don't really need here. I'll move all the blood. That's relatively cheap. Like the deer meat as well. Lion hide, don't need that. Deer hide, don't need it in here. Thornwood plank. I feel like my worker gets those. Just kind of hit or miss when he actually does. And then there's also feather wolf hide. I don't really need that. Wolf hide, sure, but not feather wolf. Do I have Breath of Narcian actually? I do not. Nice. Let me go on F2 0 and then Tet Manos. It's not gonna do that. I need to do Manos Stone. It's not what? Excuse me? Oh, processing. My apologies, sire. The Tet should be Central Market. Yep. Okay. So I did do that. So now we go back to her. Because this little bit every day of me remembering to do this is really starting to irritate me. It doesn't take that much to do, but I need memory fragments to get another Manos Processing Stone to Tet. For those of you wondering, back when they combined all the processing stones into one called the Manos Processing Stone, I made 40 of them. And over, I think like 12 of them have been sold on the Central Marketplace. Each one sells for almost 3 bills, like 2.92 or something like that bill. And it's a decent chunk of change, honestly. Go ahead and grab my Manos stuff here. The reason I want a second group of Manos stuff is because the extra mastery is just very nice as well. So we'll just equip all these things. I didn't grab the Manos Processing Stone. So if you ever get curious as to why at the very bottom of my storage you see like a ton of Manos Processing Stones, these are the ones that still need to be upgraded. And as you can see, some I've made more progress on than others. So one of these days I just need to say YOLO and just do it. Real quick though, I need to do some of these, and then I need cheese. And cheese you get from, I think it's drying milk. Don't tell me I don't have milk. Oh, I do have milk. Nice. We'll do 800. Is it drying or is it? Very helpful game. Very helpful. Cheese. Drying milk. So we go drying milk, mass process. Yeah, I haven't done much on my character here. I would like to actually get her gathering up as well, because that way if I ever need to go like get some more milk or anything like that, or even just do some pig farming or a pig gathering, you know. I just am not all too familiar with Volk's movement, which would probably upset a few people, but I like my Volk as my chef. Gonna mess around in SC2, but still lurking. All right, appreciate it. Hope you have some fun. Artisan 9. Some of these things I feel like deleting, like Griffin Feathers, like, I guess it's 12,000. For some reason it's spiked. Not sure why. Different mushrooms like this, 4,700. For some reason, somebody's just tanking the marketplace. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Dwarf mushroom, I guess I don't really care that much anymore. I'm just gonna low list everything. Emerald. 6.45, that's where mine's at, but yeah, people are just like, sell everything, get it out of here. I swear, guys. Alright, so I made 351 cheese. Reminds me, actually, another thing they're going to be changing is this stupid mechanic. Instead of going in and upgrading one level at a time, you can actually click storage and then go all the way up to level 3 and hit level up, and it'll factor all the money for it and factor maybe all the time at once. I don't know, but it's going to be a lot easier than the stupid system of, oh, let me just buy that and then remind myself in a minute to go back and upgrade it. I actually need to double check all my storages because I'm not sure where workers are not working, because the value pack screwed over a lot of things. So we're going to start with Velia. Velia are all working. Heidel, not everybody's working, but maybe not everybody has a job. Go over to Heidel real quick. Hold on, Heidel storage. Yeah, we have storage space. Oops, yeah. Moretti Plantation, I removed that node. Costa Farm is the only reason that it's connected to Glish. Glish Ruins. Is Glish? Okay, Glish has a problem. I need to do something with all these other helmets. I might just sell the rest of them, to be honest with you. I have no need for them anymore anyways. Alejandro Farm, cooking honey. For some reason, we stopped. So, get back to it. This one and this one. Just double checking. Was this the worker from... This was the worker from Heidel. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send the level 12 over here, because at least I can upgrade him once he actually levels up. I don't know, does that extra level 30, can he be promoted anymore? He cannot, so he can be fired. Sorry, buddy. Or, no, I'm going to fire him, because we don't deal with people like that. Sorry, buddy. Glish, like I said, that's an inventory problem. Calpheon. Why? Oh, okay, storage is full. So I need to do something with the storage here. There's a few Supreme tools that I could convert to repair tools instead. I don't know why I have this. I just know that I've only seen 2 of these in my entire time playing this game, so I'm holding on to it. It has to be rare, is what I keep telling myself. I could actually get my Dark Knight to pick this up. That way it's one less thing that I have to have in my storage. Who next? Calpheon. Next up is Kepler. Kepler's going pretty good still. Altanova. That one's pretty self-explanatory. It has all my clothing things that I'm making, the silver embroidered stuff. Duvenkroon, it's not really working. Odraxia, there should be one more working down there. Is it 7, 8? Should be one working at Narcian for the chicken meat. Professional dwarf level 1, go buddy! Is that human worker? I think I've tried to promote him a few times. Yeah, so I actually have to fire him and rehire again. Alright. So let me go to Altanova real quick, because Altanova has, yeah, these things. So let me go ahead and put the cheese away. I need exactly 2,000. I could have just done some math, but my brain tired. Don't want to work. Okay, so now we put on silver embroidered. We head over to my residence. Oh, I need to change the hotkey for that. Wait for everything to load in. Meat croquette. And then I'm going to go to here and do you. Nope. Alk. There we go. Change this to that. Apply, confirm. I don't know why it's not account wide, by the way, Perlibis. Just calling you out there. Go get some more water. Hang on. I'll be right back. Stay hydrated, everybody. Okay. Yeah, Master 3 cooking. It's not going too bad on this one. This is a completely second character that I have leveled up to Master 3 cooking, by the way. So, you know. Making ground. We're getting there one day. This character, generally speaking, once I hit Guru 1, is not going to need the Silver Embroider's clothes. And I don't ever really want to get rid of it in case I want to start working at more life fame on other characters. But, you know, we'll get there one day. Cooking for Valiant Soldiers 1. Fruit juice. Nah, we're still getting rid of that one. The only one that I want to keep for the bonus ones are ones for eggs or milk. Those are the only two. So, while my character does this, actually, let me load up Satisfactory. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to temporarily change something on my thing here, my stream deck. I want this to be source for, should be called BDO. I don't see it on this. PC game. It's because it's a window? Is that it? Hang on. Go to OBS. It's a source, but it... Okay. Here. Group selected items. Good, hang on. We'll name this... Video... game. Sure. And this should see BDO... What? And so if I do this, okay, so it removes BDO. By the way, this music is slightly different than the one that I'm so used to hearing. It just sounds a bit more orchestration, slightly different. Can't tell me otherwise. Because usually there's like a drum that just keeps going and playing throughout the whole thing. Okay, so I can now freely remove Black Desert on Stream Deck. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch Satisfactory, and then I'm going to change the title of the stream to be some along the lines of "and playing Satisfactory." So we're going to shift gears here. As final warning for anybody who might be tuning in, I just grinded Thornwood. I'm just going to do my dailies here, which is going to take a little bit of time. But while in the meantime, I'm also going to be working on my Satisfactory world. So if you tuned in to watch the Thornwood, go back and rewatch it if you want, or, you know, maybe find somebody else. My apologies, but, you know, I have pretty much done what I wanted to do on stream today. So we're going to be playing some Satisfactory for now. And I can't keep Black Desert open in the background, otherwise my computer will start throwing a conniption fit. So my apologies, but we are going to, for now, let's say maybe like another 5 or so more minutes. I'll set a timer for 5 minutes, minimize the tray, remove the game, and now we're in Satisfactory for now. So, serious world. So we're gonna shift gears, play some Satisfactory for a bit. If you guys want to check out Satisfactory, I would highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. We are playing the world with 3 mods. I always preface this because there's some slight alterations. Hard drives, I finished actually all of them, but I didn't want to go exploring. So there's a mod that allows you to convert computers or supercomputers to hard drives to get alternate recipes. Power shards you can craft with rotors and copper sheets, and they are actually they're not really cheap. It's like 50 rotors and 50 copper sheets per. And then the last one is permaday. I just don't want to deal with nighttime, so those are the 3 mods that I am playing with, in case anybody is curious. Now, what I've been up to recently, the last time I streamed, we were setting up these blenders with all these pipes. And I'll be honest, I finished a little bit after the stream, didn't take too long. But as you can see, I moved the train station. I now have 4 stations for goods. We're going to produce all 4 different types of goods, mainly plastic. There's also rubber here. We can also do stuff with cloth and the fuel canister things, these packaged fuels. So all 4 will be set up over here eventually, but for now, everything is ratioed properly. I do need to get a few more power shards on here, which I have enough for 1 more machine, actually. I can do on the 3rd to the last. I think these 3 are rubber, so I'm not going to deal with those just yet. I need more plastic than anything else, so we'll focus on that later. All of these blenders are completely overclocked, except for this end one, which doesn't need to be. This is consuming the exact amount of HOR for the fuel consumption. Once I get all the fuel generators over there, which, believe me, we're not done with those yet. Once they're all built, I then have to get enough overclocks for all of them. And as you can see on the right-hand side of the screen where it says fuel generator 77, that is how many more we have to build before they're all done. And this is about 200 in total. Don't mind the note above it too, because I've been like, as I go through, just doing this, because if I ever have to like clear the list for any reason, I still want to know exactly how many I have left to build. So as far as overclocks, for the most part, I think almost 2 of these systems, 2 full of these systems are completely overclocked from the beginning to end, except for the fuel consumption part. I think I'm working on this one here. Yeah, so the first 2, this 3rd one, I could add the other 3, but from here to the end over there, another, it looks like almost 10 I need to get. So it's another like 30 more just for that. I did all the pipe work for the most part. I have 4 and almost a half rows done, and we still need like another 3.5 more to go. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to. Slowly building that up. The power production in the world has increased dramatically. In fact, we're over our max consumption again, which is very nice. However, one big caveat, one big problem with all of this, the coal stuff is going great. It's 6K, by the way, for this. My production is 21,628, so it's... Some of these are... Oh boy. Some of those are actually overclocked. Sorry for anybody who might not have been expecting that. My apologies. Didn't mean to do that myself. I kind of freaked myself out there for a minute. Some of these are overclocked, which explains kind of the weird number. What's even weirder is they don't consume exactly 25 meters cubed per minute. I thought it would be, but when you like remove these out, it's 12. And then when you overclock the crap out of it, it goes to 24.28. 2.5 times 12 is... I thought it might be actually 30. I think it is 30, actually, now I think about it. But yeah, 24.28 is kind of weird. So, but it's producing an odd number of megawatts, so that kind of explains why this production's a little screwy. But we have plenty of power to do some stuff. And the main reason for me finishing this plant was so then I can redo the base. So a warning for anybody who's epileptic, look away. Going back to base this way is super quick, and I love it. So, and going back to the fuel plant as well. So the main base over here is not really up to snuff. Geez, that 5-minute timer was extremely loud. Hang on. We'll get to the main base in a second. Let me get Black Desert back open. So, almost done actually. Meat croquette. Do more verter and use this one more time. Let's give it like another 5 more minutes. It'll probably be done well before then, but 5 more minutes nonetheless. So, just minimize again. So the main base over here, before I go any further, hang on, let me turn down. I'm glad the stream deck is loud, but it doesn't need to be that loud right now because there's not a lot of music or anything going on. It's just, this is more like podcast style, you know, just occasional sound of jetpacks or ambience or, you know, maybe machines just whirring, you know. What was I gonna do? Oh, main base. This whole like facility needs to be reworked. All the exchange rates and everything are just, they're broken. Everything just, it doesn't work right. Actually, we're gaining some plastic for once. Nice. But the biggest thing with it is that I just need to pretty much gut it. It's the biggest problem that I'm having. Because things like modular frames, for example, that's what this line is, the normal base 1 modular frames. There's not a whole lot of them that are really going in, like 25 per minute. I don't think I'm making 25, and if I am, it's being split. Encased industrial beams, it's another story where it's technically being stored, but then also going to that one machine. The problem that I'm having over at the steel plant over here is that those encased industrial beams are being made at these 3 assemblers, and these 3 assemblers can't really keep up 24/7 because the miner over there is a Mach 2. If I were to upgrade to a Mach 3, I'd have enough concrete going in to make more encased industrial beams. So I need more limestone, but then there's another issue where I'm not taking advantage of all the iron in the area because of coal usage. There's not enough coal for enough foundries. So my biggest issue right now is there is a second coal node further out over here, and there might be another one somewhere over here, but I know there's one right over here. This is the one that we're using. That's the one that I need over here. Did I actually bring it over? Or am I using that maybe for the Caterium? I don't remember. Point being that it's not really the best spot for like steel, but no, that's the wrong type of steel. Steel ingots, what would be the best? This might be the best. It's petroleum coke, so maybe I can use some oil with it. Maybe if there's like an oil node nearby, maybe I can just ramp up steel production like crazy. But the biggest issue isn't really the steel. Like the steel pipes, I mean, they're more than enough for still going into the factory. Like this is half of what's going into the factory. There's plenty of which going to those buildings over there. So the biggest issue really is not steel. It's the limestone. And when the limestone gets done, like once I upgrade it to a Mark 3, what's that, a Mach 3, once I get it, the miner upgraded, then it becomes an issue of I need more steel pipes. So these would be 210 in total over here. Let's see, 50 per. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why are these not functioning? No power. Heh. Did I not connect these up? Being Satisfactory, man. It's great. So 50 per, as I was saying, because I didn't hook these up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 times by 50, that's going to be 400. These are going to be consuming 210. So 190 is going to go towards the rest of the system. And now look at that belt. It's just it is chugging along. So we have 210 going, or excuse me, 190 going to the base, which is a fair bit. We don't need an insane amount. But the biggest issue is actually the concrete. This needs 150, and I think we're only producing, 60, because that's as much as this is actually generating at 150. So realistically, 150, this is 90, this is 90, like, hang on a minute here. So realistically, this is how many roughly that I would be needing here. 4. No, it's going to be 30 or probably 133, 334 or something like that. Nope. 133.334. Yeah, it's somewhere around here. So realistically, this is as much as this is all I can give it, Captain, which is 50. And if that's the case, one of these consumes 50. So right now, only one of these is really operating, which really sucks, to be honest with you. But it's one of the throughput issues over here. Okay, so now we're back in Black Desert. Let me go ahead and start doing my cooking boxes. The main reason I'm keeping my Satisfactory world open is because I want things to continue, like, working, so then I can just stockpile a bunch more resources because when I start needing them. I'm not concerned about the mysterious seed. There's cooking. This is the one I want. Is there anything for... Apparently there's a crossroad for Krogdalo. That must be one of the new things. Beginner for carrot confit support. What? Oh, okay. More of the training weekly stuff. I'm glad they introduced that stuff. Don't get me wrong, but you can just see you just hear the sound of oh in my voice. Like, oh, horse stuff. At least trainers get stuff, just saying. I don't know what they could introduce to make me happy, but, you know. Any life skill content is better than none. That's how I feel about it. I just am not into horse stuff at all, so. Yeah, I was like, I need to check something on the guild. Thought I saw something kind of weird, but... Okay, it was. Okay, hang on. Go back to Black Desert. Turn in these boxes. I got Dalshane's business one again. Let's do master cooking boxes, get the eggs. The horse apparently is too far away. That's why being right here. Go talk to Dalshane, receive a gift. By the way, you can do this quest multiple times, and I apologize for the frame rate because my computer doesn't like having Satisfactory open in the background. But yeah. Get that extra lightstone of flora, baby. This horse does not have full skill on sprint. Good to remember. I was just thinking about that. I was like, this horse, is this the one? You're not that guy. Is it? F7. Mount. Is it because I'm busy? F7, thank you. It's 86%. It's close. We'll get there one day. I might look for, on the Satisfactory world, I might look for a nearby limestone node and maybe get more concrete going over there. Maybe that'll help out. I need 14 more boxes. Do I have any more meat croquette? A little bit bit here and a little bit here. So this should hopefully get me more than 14. I don't think I have enough to do the mass crafting on either of these, because I think it needs 180 or 60, which is very close. So no, I have to handcraft another like 14. Go 8, and then it needs 6 more, which I should have enough for. It's not nearly as much money as I was making before, but I'll be honest, I was buying Valencia meals for like 130, 140 mil, selling them for like 225 or like 230. So realistically, even though I just realized just now I didn't have my Manos clothes on, I have the silver embroidered ones. Shoo, we lost a little bit of money, but you know, it's fine, I suppose. What I'm saying is usually I'd get like 80 mil, but this is resources that I've earned over the course of time. So realistically, this was all like free on my side. That or it's been so long and I kind of forgot that I paid for some of this stuff, but the rhino meat I know I got myself, and a lot of the other stuff I know I've gotten myself as well, all the milk and stuff. So realistically, that was not bad. So for now, I'm going to just have my character just kind of AFK, recover some energy, and yeah, we'll just go back to Satisfactory. So limestone node. There is an alternate recipe for concrete as well. Concrete. There is a limestone node over there. These two are being used, I think, for main base, actually, oddly enough. But there is a concrete recipe that is an alternate in a refinery, and that turns concrete or limestone plus water into concrete. Or we can do rubber with it as well in an assembler. To be honest with you, how much... This is 150 output. Do I have enough for a refinery? I do not. So this recipe, 80 per minute. How long is this? So it's 120 per minute. This is actually very nice. So right now I'm making 50 per minute. Overclocking at 150. No. Overclocking at, let's see, 133.34. Sorry, 34. Close enough. 133. It'd be around 133-ish, but it's about 100. No, that's still not right. 125? Yeah, 125. So we'd get, yeah, it's a 2 to 3, so, or 3 to 2 rather. So this could only do 2 assemblers. So we are eventually going to need to get another limestone node. Realistically, I could just turn one of these over this way, because they're both, I think one's like right here and the other one's right there somewhere. How much are you doing? You're a miner Mach 1 at 30. We can get you up to 75. I don't know the numbers off my head, but it's an impure as well. So this is also an impure. This is a normal, actually. And you do 60 per minute. I think it's basically double of an impure. Yeah, it is double. So if I face this normal one the opposite direction and get it actually like hooked up, This could be better. So let me go grab some building materials. I really should go take the plastic and the copper sheets back, but let me try to fix this in case of industrial beam, because that is one of the things preventing me from getting heavy modular frames as fast as possible. Although, albeit not the end of the world, but it is slowing things down ever so slightly. So I'm going to need a ton of alkylate aluminum sheets, some iron. I'm going to need a miner Mach 2. So I'm going to need modular frames and 2 portable miners, so I'm going to need a little bit of these. Just normal modular frames. And 2 portable miners, so 1, 2. Even though we'll get one back, it's weird. Let's see, what else do I need? I'm going to need some constructors, which I have plenty of resources for. I'm going to need power lines, which I have enough for as well. I think I got everything that I need, I believe. I have 3 energy shards that I'm going to put into the miner, so we're good there. There's also this limestone node here that I guess I could do stuff with. Eventually, I'm probably going to change a lot of the recipes over here to water recipes, because there's the coal plant over there, and it's got quite a bit of water, and I could use that water for other reasons than what I'm using them for over here. So this is going to mess up some of the concrete over there, but who really cares? Not I. Let's go ahead and just trash that. Okay, we'll do... Probably should have just kept it the placement, because it seems to be only one way I can do this, so... Floor's too steep. Come on, just... Could you just go on top of the rock, please? No, you'll go there, though. Rude. Okay, so put these in there, do that, and I'll throw... I guess I'll put these on here. We'll connect this up with power. So this will be making 300 per minute. You gotta remember that output. Or I guess the throughput. 300 per minute. Hold on, give me a second. I can never seem to hit it, so I have it set on this hotbar. Okay, so we're going to reverse the flow, send it up into there. And then from here, what we're going to do, we're send it out that way. If I need to, might have to destroy some trees over here, but I have to destroy a few of these trees, but that's okay. It's for production, for efficiency. Goodbye, tree. You are a burden to me. Goodbye, other tree. Okay, so 300 is what we're working with. If I put on concrete on here, I can't overclock. So it's 45. Well, at least I can't overclock efficiently. 45 times by 2.5, or excuse me, yeah, no, it's times by 3, I suppose. Hold on. This is 150? Because I can combine the lines, actually. 150, so this will be 450. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to combine the lines. We'll do a merger like this. So this will be 150 added, which is 450. I'm going to move this whole like array here. Let's see. Put all these on here. 450. How much does this consume? 112.5. Or if I do 2, then that is 90. So 450, that would be 5. $90 times by 5 is 450. So yes, I would need 5 of these, which would actually work well if I put it in the middle. Put it here, and then I'll do a splitter right here. And then I'll put 2 more. One here, one here. This pole's in the way now, great. I'll do this and that. And then I also want to bring this out to here. This to there, and then we'll just do 1, 2, 1, 2. I love making spider webs. We'll do this. I need more overclocks, but this will get the system going. For now, let me go ahead and set the system up. Alright, nope, get rid of that. It's good. Okay, so these are all almost set up. So we'll do a merger, one big merger right here. One there, and then we'll do another one. Okay. I thought for a second that it actually didn't work. Okay. So this will go out to here. Nope. This go kind of clips a little bit, but that's okay. I messed that up. This goes out to here and off it goes. So now, once I get these all set up, this will be making 450. Wait, no. We're consuming 450, but what is the ratio? Wait a minute. If they all were operational, that is. 450. So this is going to be 5 times this, so 150, which is enough for all 3 of these to run 100%, which is nice. Okay, so I just need to go make some more power shards, and that will keep this facility going for a while. Let me go check on the power shards. We only have 3, so I'm going to try to make some more with rotors and copper sheets. Every chance that I get to get these and these over here, I am, because these are being used for the fuel generators. And I'm just going to need, I really should just set up like a rotor farm for now. One, I need just a ton of power shards, and I'm not going to go through and like cheat in power shards. I feel like, you know, at the very least, just having it to where I can like craft them and stuff like that, it's very nice. Let's go ahead. I'm going to put some more stuff away. Stuff that I don't need to craft with. And where's it at? These. That away, and then I'll grab a few copper sheets. That should be more than enough. So we go to, oops, power shards. Hold on, I'm messing stuff up. Go to autocraft. By the way, did you know that you can autocraft in this game by just hitting spacebar? Like, hands off. You don't have to click and hold or hold down spacebar, although you could. If you just tap spacebar, apparently that counts. It's not a mod either. It's base game. Unless it's a complication between a mod and the base game, I don't know, but it seems to work on the base game as well, so not complaining. Once this gets done, I might try to craft a few more computers by hand, but realistically I need more heavy modular frames, so I'll probably craft a few more of those. I'm not entirely sure what they need. I've crafted so many of them, you'd think I would know what the recipe is. I know it's encased industrial beams, steel pipes, the modular frames, and something else. How much? I think screws. Maybe screws is what I need. Okay. Copied. Paste. All right. Paste. And last but not least, paste. Problem with doing that is it adds stuff to your inventory, but that's fine. Now these are going to be consuming 50 apiece. This should also be consuming 50, and this will just get to consume 50. I'll put these in there. So these will be making 30 per minute, which is nice. Right now I'm just going to flood the system with the ones I add to my inventory, so that's nice. And steel pipes, for the first time in a long time, mainly because I guess I didn't have that hooked up all the way, the whole line here is full, which is great. I don't know why I sound like Tony the Tiger whenever I say that. It was great. Which means I can actually improve the amount of rotors that we're making by increasing the consumption cost. This is the whole meme of the game. You increase one thing and then you're like, oh, now I can increase this. And then you're going back and forth till you're finally satisfied with what you're doing. So I need screws, encased industrial beams, steel pipes, and modular frames. This is reducing 5 per minute. I just need a ton. I need 770 of these bad boys. So for now, what I'm going to do, screws is like the big item, and my screws have not exactly recovered since the last time I did this. So screws, I'm going to need steel pipes, which I realize are actually upstairs, so I need to climb back up. And then the other one I believe was encased industrial beams or something like that. Industrial beams. Let me just grab like 200 of these. Steel pipes. You need a surprising amount of steel pipes. I think they're 15 per, and these only need like 5, so I'll just grab all the 100 stacks. Can I build one of these up here? I cannot. Down we go. Do craft. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Alright, heavy modular frames. I think we're gonna run out of screws, not gonna lie. We are going to run out of screws, if my calculations are correct. Steel beams, I really should set up to craft more screws, but I remembered, aha, I have a ton of screws actually. These are 10 constructors that I didn't want to set up belt work for, so I technically have a lot more screws than I think. They're just like, whenever they start running out of steel beams, I just add more, but I need so many screws, it's not even funny. So I'm just going to try to do a lot of manual crafting here because I want to get this done today. I would like to get the fuel generators done, but my meme project right now is the fuel generators. What I need to do is I just need to build a ton of rotors. Copper sheets are so easy to get. I just need rotors. That's the main thing. And realistically, I can do that with steel and copper, so I could do like a whole plant with that. The main purpose behind that is just to make power shards. I think that'll be a great idea, personally. realistically, I would love to always have like 2 industrial bins full of power shards. So if I ever need any, I just can go over and get them. The biggest problem is that it's just going to take a lot of time to do that. Just to even build the factory would just take a lot of time. My biggest concern right this second is just to build up enough production and get as many miners as I can realistically in the area to bring all the resources over and just build up a basic factory where I have all the components for the most part. Screws, plates, reinforced plates, modular frames, heavy modular frames, computers, supercomputers, AI limiters, like pretty much all the resources that you would need in the game. Besides, you know, the meme stuff, nuclear. There's only 2 milestones that I'm missing, one of which requires supercomputers, and I can't remember what the last one requires. Maybe turbo motors. There's this one and this one, which, yeah, turbo motors, these cooling systems, the electromagnetic control rods, and fused modular frames, which I am technically making, but they're very slow, and I'll be honest, I'm not actually making them. I have it set up to make, I should say, but I'm not actually making any. So let's just go back over here and collect the screws. That one, this one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. $47 more. This will put me at 156, I believe. I would like to make all the heavy modular frames because the only other limiting factor is going to be the encased industrial beams, and then computers, they just need a ton of plastic, a lot of screws as well. This whole project just needs a ton of screws. What else do computers need? Circuit boards and something else that I've already forgot. Circuit boards, plastic, screws, reinforced iron plates? I don't remember. Sorry, I'm just looking at stuff on my phone. I found out, I think it was yesterday, they, is Pepsi, not a sponsor in any regard, but I saw that they, it's kind of a meme, me saying not sponsored, because nobody would sponsor me right now. You don't have enough subscribers. Pepsi introduced 3 new flavors. Graham cracker, chocolate, and marshmallow. And all I can think of was they're really trying to push the whole end of summer vibes, aren't they? They're really trying to push it. I've seen commercials on like YouTube, or ads really on YouTube, where they're talking like, you know what goes well with a burger? And then you hear Pepsi. And I was like, not really. I'm more of a Mountain Dew guy, but you know, what really goes good with a burger, in my humble opinion, is Dr. Pepper, because I do enjoy me some Dr. Pepper from time to time. What? Let me take a look over here too. It is cable. I knew it was something very basic, but I couldn't figure it out. Okay, we need to go. I clipped the side of that machine. We need to go and get some pipes, just a few, but like I said, I think it's going to be these, which I always have another 100. That's another almost 20, so you know, that's good. That's good. Let's get 15, so that way it's divisible by 5 number. So I don't have any more in here. No, I don't, unfortunately. There's need to wait for the encased industrial beams to get done. So after I run out of encased industrial beams here, then we're going to move on and start doing some computers. Just put all the rest of the basic stuff here, like the screws and stuff. We'll just put them in one of the storage bins nearby. Start getting some more resources for computers. I'm realizing just how quiet the game audio really is now. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. So put these in the storage bin nearby. There's a lot of steel pipes in here, actually. Let's put it on the upper shelf over here. Upper shelf. Alright, moving on. Let's go ahead and craft a bunch of computers. So I'm going to need a lot of screws as well. We're going to need some cable. I don't know how much cable, so just, you know, a little bit. Grab as much screws as I can over here because these actually get produced pretty quickly. 52 per recipe. This is actually one of the best, like, screw recipes in the game. Like, 3 of these with no overclock is, I think, a little bit more than a Mark V belt. I keep wanting to say a Mach 5. They move items that fast. They might as well be breaking the sound barrier, just saying. So we need those. We're going to need plastic, and then we're going to need circuit boards. So 10, 9, 18, and 52. So the main thing is going to be screws and plastic. 2, 3, 4. That's going to be 5. So yeah, we'll just do that. And then I'm going to need plastic, which there is no bin up here anymore. I used to have a bin over here, but it's all down there now, which is only 1,447. At least there's some in here that tells me that we're actually overproducing plastic, at least a little bit. Because if the plastic is not able to build up, then we're over consuming plastic. So production rates right now is tolerable, I would say. Eventually I want to get a better system for plastic, but you know, not plastic butts, you know, just hold up a minute, you know, just saying. It would be nice to get some plastic. However, I understand. Sorry, I'll just, before we go any further, music. Can we just, there we go. The music will happen in a second, just, you know. Honestly and truly, this is one of the most boring things to do in Satisfactory. I know I could build like a factory to do this sort of stuff. Yeah, we're not making that much plastic, sadly. I do, however, want to do some stuff for that eventually. I want to get probably one of the nearby oil wells. There's like oil resources and then there's oil wells. Let me see if I can show you guys this. You guys can't really see what I'm doing, but give me a second. Crude oil. Nope. Crude oil. And then the only thing else I want is world border. Okay. So as far as it is, going back over to main display here, this is the entire map of Satisfactory. This is a great resource, by the way. So if you guys ever want to like look at this, satisfactory-calculator.com, I believe. Yeah. So go check out this website. It's amazing. So these are the resource wells. These are the ones you have to use like the pump for, and then like how do I word it? It's what we use for our nitrogen. It just like pressurizes, I guess is the right word. There's like a little thing in the middle. You build something on it, pressurizes each of these nodes, and then will give you roughly this amount per minute. It's a really good resource, or a really good way to get resources. The problem is the only closest crude oil resource well, we built an aluminum plant right over this lake. It's technically probably the closest. For just plastic, this probably wouldn't be a bad spot. I think we would need coal for it. There is coal over here, and this might be a good spot for it, actually, the Crater Lake area. This is the biomes when I mouse over. So this might not be a bad spot, really, because there's a lot of water and that sort of stuff, too. I might consider that. I think these two I'm actually using right now for the bauxite. It's like right over here, this area. I took a lot of these like coal nearby, except for the pure ones. So I don't think I grabbed that one nor this one. I think I have these ones. And you can also like drag and drop your save file here, and then that way they can actually like show you what you have currently used and what you don't. But yeah, as far as plastic, you need coal and you need oil. The only other thing really, if I shut off all the oil and go over here to oil, there are the other oils in the game. There's quite a few down here with this coal. This might not be a bad place really for oil processing. Is there limestone nearby? There's a little bit of limestone. Iron, some copper, any caterium in the area? No, it's the only one up there. Sulfur, no bauxite at all, no rock quartz, no uranium, and there's like one SAM ore, which isn't properly introduced in the game yet. So realistically, pretty much, if I were to harvest everything here, I mean, I have a few iron nodes at my disposal. There's also a copper, 2 copper. These 3 are iron, that one's an iron, limestone. There's a pretty decent amount, plus there's caterium nearby if we ever need it for something, a couple of coal up north, but there's 4 normals that these will be 600 per, so that's 2,400, so that's pretty, you know what I'm saying? So Blue Crater is a really good looking spot right now for just a lot of plastic. So between here or possibly with the well, maybe up over in this area, one of these 2 spots might be good. The only reason I remembered this spot particularly, there's a gentleman by the name of I'm Kibitz on YouTube. He recently just built a massive like oil facility in this area, used the lakes and stuff. So it's kind of like itching at the back of my brain, like we could go there. Alternatively, we also could potentially use the new biome up over here. There's not a lot of coal, unfortunately. We can always like turn some of the oil to like the petroleum oil or the petroleum coke, and then, you know, use that instead of coal, I believe, but not all too concerned about that right now. We have enough to build a third of the generators left, so probably gonna go back over there, build a little bit more, hook up a little bit more, and try to do some more. I might also do like a 100-hour tour, by the way. So right now we're at 81 hours. I might do like an actual video where I talk about what I'm doing. But what I want to do before then is like fix the basic factory here, because it's going to take a few hours just to get this all hooked up. My idea, my vision is to have the entire thing top to bottom kind of reversed. So I'd have items that go all the way from ground floor all the way up, and their whole purpose, their whole point is to then like kind of like a Plinko machine. They would get distributed wherever they need to go all throughout the entire building and then end up in one central spot. So this idea right here with the storages, the way that they are, is not bad, but I want it more so like I walk in and it's like, oh, this is where this item is. On the right side, it would be very similar, where you'd have the other one like maybe a tile or 2 tiles away from each other. So it's like a nice wide open area. That's kind of what I'm thinking, is to have these on both sides, like a walk-in closet almost. You walk in, you're like, oh, I need more cable, or I need, you know, more modular frames. and have like a labeling system, because right now it's just like I hit F and I'm like, what do I need? And these two freak me out, because this one's rods, this one's plates, but it just don't ask. So yeah, for what it's worth, that's kind of what I want to do in this entire building, is make it super tall, get it to a point where I don't have like all the resources kind of like they are. Like the second floor of this is iron production, third floor is copper, and then like more advanced processing. So this second floor here is primarily iron. I'm trying to stand on this power pole. Give me 2 seconds. There we go. So that's all iron ore going into the system, going into these smelters that, to be honest, have been Mach 1 since the moment I built this structure. And then all the plates and rods are then manufactured right about here. No iron ingot actually like finishes the system as an iron ingot. I think they all get turned. Actually, no, some goes over. No, they're all transformed actually. And then rods turn into screws over here, because that's how you start the game. And then eventually I brought steel beams down for screws. And yeah, even like the rates now are not that great, like 27%. Like I can just use steel beams for this because I'm not using a lot of steel beams right now. Over here, this is only 49% again. And this is like the basic rotor. Steel pipes and wire is way more effective. This over here, reinforced iron plates, and reinforced iron plates, I guess I'm just not making enough of them because of screws. So it's a whole meme. So this whole floor needs to be reworked. And then I put 4 smelters down here for copper when I first started, but then I upgraded a miner, so now I can actually do 4 by itself. Put in a bunch of wire, and that goes to cable and sheets. And I'll be honest, between sheets and wire or cable, they just don't get used that much. These are still relatively just keeping up, so I need to upgrade the belts, honestly, for them to be used more, because these... Oh, I found the bottleneck. It's this belt right here. Nope. I could put a Mach 3 belt on for now. It'd make him move a little bit faster. But wait, where's... Oh, so this is where some of the copper... I made a copper sheet thing just for this over here. So this is making 10 per minute. This is using 200 per minute, but we're not making enough rotors. So I only need 10. But this is something that I want to set up separated from everything else. This needs to be its own factory, to be honest. But then this is where like a lot of the iron just peeks through the floor and like goes to the various places it needs to go, or it gets belted over in this horrific looking mess. I just need to fix that, and I'll have like one side of this building, I might have like a 5x5 foundation that's just like a huge item spine. So all the ore goes all the way up where to like near the top. Might go almost nearly as high as that space elevator, to be honest. And just have basic smelters or basic construction or like refineries to convert the ore form into its material, like iron ingots, copper ingots, or limestone. And then from there, they then go down the different floors, and then another like 5x5 item spine area. So I might do like in this corner will be all the ore going up, and then in that corner over there would be all the resources going down to then go into storages. And there'd be like a floor above where the storage is at to then put all like the belt work and that sort of stuff. So I've got some ideas, got some plans. I don't think I'll be able to hit or get that finished by 100 hours. I might be in the process of doing that. So I might do like an official tour once that's done, but you know, just it's going to take some time, unfortunately. Go through, collect these screws one more time, and then get stuck on the moving arm. Heavy machinery, you know, better watch out. I'm gonna put all these screws into storage when I get done, and then we're gonna head over to the oil place, set up a few more fuel generators, like actually set them up. Hook them up with power, with the oil. Let's go ahead and put these actually in here. Is that all the screws? It was. Okay. We take out the pipes and all this other stuff too. As much of it as we can anyways. A few like wood and grass that I don't need on me. So grab these and get ready to look away if you have like epileptic shocks, so be careful. Here we go. Okay. So let's grab, I need to put some things away actually. So for right now, I'm not going to need anything for power poles. I'm not doing anything for power poles. I just need to build these things, so. I'll put a few of these motors away. I basically need to go as high as the lowest one, which I believe is modular frames. If not, we'll just do more of it later, but. Okay. So I'll start working on this side, I suppose. The other side's not finished all the way back, but you know, we'll get there. Okay, I need to rest. Jetpack's running out of fuel. And then what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to do this side. Okay, so I ran out of modular frames of all things. We're getting there though. We're down to 58 left to go, and then this whole system will be operational. All of these generators, by the way, it's realistically, if you were to combine all the lines together, you don't need like 200 field generators, but per line at max overclock, it's about 25. So realistically, you can probably get away with maybe cutting out like 5 or 6. It's like 195, I think. This is why I don't have the music in Satisfactory, because it cuts out all the time and it's just weird. We'll put the computers away. Actually, I'll keep the computers on me as well as the modular frames, because those are the only two resources that I'm really needing out of all this. Let's hook these bad boys up. Let's get the pipe work done. So then a few more on this side. And you hook all these up with power as well. So 3, we'll go to these 2. And then this one will be like right about here. These 2. Want to kind of keep this organized a little bit, so we'll go down here and then work our way back, hooking each of these up. Bear in mind, these are not overclocked at all. They need to be overclocked for the whole system to run 100%. Otherwise, it's going to lack a little bit in terms of like the plastic and rubber. And as more and more of these systems come online, the faster that things like computers are built, because they're just very plastic heavy. So the more plastic that we produce, the faster I can get to building more of these. One, 2. 2. 1, 2. And here's another 1. Okay. So all of these are operational. Yep. All right, sick. So now what's our max power? So we went from like 22 to now 24.6. It was exactly 22, so pretty good. Autosave incoming too, so I'm just going to hands off. I do that just in case. I don't need to. So yeah, more and more of the system is going alive or coming alive, which means these 5 set of blenders now should be working because now the fuel is actually being taken out of it, which means that these 2 and these 4 go into this one, and it looks like as I go through I'm also overclocking these. So the only thing that I need left to overclock is just the fuel generators. Wow, I just need 1 storage for all the rest of the resources now. And I think that's about it. So let me just go ahead and dismantle all except for 2 spare. But you never know. And then in here, there's a ton of rubber. There's a ton of encased industrial beams here, actually. Could probably use those. Let me go ahead and put the copper and the plastic away, because I'm not going to need those. Every time I go to talk, the music stops. It's freaking me out, bro. I go put the rubber inside the train station, actually. The rubber in here. Eventually I want to put the fabric and the fuel as well, but where's the train at actually? If it's on its way back, I'll just wait a few minutes. It just got out of the station. I'll just wait till it gets over here. Let me see if any boss are going to be spawning. Kazarka in 32 minutes. Zaka. He's hanging out with the other people. Okay. Might hang out with them after stream. Kazaka, 31 minutes. Might go to it, might not. We'll see. Just waiting for the train to get back over here. Wait, he just said, hang on a second. Something just clicked with me. Ah, okay. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. The message made a lot of sense once I realized who he meant by that. I know you guys can't see anything of what's actually happening. One of the guys that I've been hanging out with in my guild in Black Desert, when I found out I was an officer, he found out at the same time, and he was like, why are you an officer? I've been in the guild longer than you. And I was like, I don't know. I didn't even ask for it, you know? So he sent me a message, hello, fellow officer. And I was like, what? So I just checked. He's been promoted to an officer as well. So, you know. I don't know, by the way, if this one train's going to be able to hold 4, or if maybe I need to, like, add another locomotive at the end or something like that to kind of help it. I might try to real quick. I have 1,000, so I have well overkill. Well overkill for what I'm trying to do here. Nope. Let's put 5 there. This should work, right? The whole point of adding a second one is to help it go faster, I'm pretty sure. It feels like it's going a lot faster. We're gonna stay on the train. We're gonna hitch a train ride on the way back, so we could just take the tube, but I haven't really been in the train, so might as well. This might actually increase the amount of items per minute that we're also gaining over there, so this might help with the throughput issues too. Be prepared, it's very treacherous, clippy terrain. I feel like this is going way faster. Through the water, through the hypertube loop, through the mountain. The Weatherman. You guys catch the reference? You're an OG. Over the smokestacks, over the city, the Weatherman. Already hitting the brakes on the back one. The front one's not hitting the brakes though. It's kind of weird. All right, that didn't take too long though. 2, 3, 4. Okay. So there's 500. What's the throughput? It is 116 right now. Grabby. Sorry, it's making noise. I don't need to, but it just ate it alive. Gone, never to be seen again. 121. Did that go up? I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't paying that close attention to begin with. So, you know. Okay, so those are good. We're still needing just screws, it looks like. Screws are just not there. Okay, this is just getting way out of hand. I don't need rods for screws anymore. Nor do I need rods for a lot of other things, really. To be completely frank with you, I just would need... Like, hold on. Iron rod. What does it all go into? I wish it would actually say what it goes into. But it's like how to get more than anything else. Let me take a look at the website again, because it actually does have a very extensive item list. So there's all the different items in the game. There it is, iron rod, very first item. So you can actually see how you make it on these top two. These are used to unlock various things inside the game, and then what you can use, like what you can craft it into. Apparently you can get a golden factory card. I don't know if that's still relevant or not, but catwalk crossing, ramps. So it's used for a lot of catwalk stuff, conveyor mergers. So yes, I would need them for that. Looks like a ton of just building items, smelters, storage containers, which we're not really going to worry about for too much longer. Then there's screws. You can build them for more structures, industrial railing, a lot more like structures. Modular frames, but these have alternates, so then their alternates are better. Rotors, we're using way better alternates. So it looks like just for building things. Beacon might be a good idea. Let's take a look at beacons real quick. Never mind, they have a better alternate. It's a little bit more. So this is 7.5, this is 10. It uses crystal oscillators, and those don't require it. So Iron rebar, I guess you can use it for rebar, but pretty much iron rods are just obsolete. I will probably use them for storage reasons, but I don't need them. So I could probably turn all this iron into plates and then change all the screw production over here to be steel. These are only consuming 5 per minute. 5. What? My goodness. So yeah, when I go to redesign this, iron rods are just not, they're not going to be used for anything but storage, sadly. I'm sorry, guys. You had your uses back when the conveyor belts that I'm standing on actually had a use too. But unfortunately, your time is nigh. Okay. Well, getting all sentimental about iron rods. Let's go ahead and take a look at some other things. Mainly what we need for fuel generators. Got like 10 more minutes before I will call the stream, so... Computers. These are just needing frames, it looks like. Which we are running out of. I kind of want to focus on the frames, honestly. How many do we have down here? Not a lot. I've been taking a lot of them out, actually. Screws are in here. Case industrial beams. I don't remember why I brought these back other than just to have them back. There's more of the frames. Wait, no, it was to make these. Case industrial beams were used to make the heavy modular, wasn't it? Yep. That's why I brought them back, because we ran out. So let me go grab some more screws. Steel beams away, put these away. Grab as much screws as we can grab. Nope. Grab this a little bit extra. Back to crafting more of these. This will be almost halfway of what we need for the heavy modular frames. And then it's just going to be focusing on computers. We need almost another 290 on the dot actually for computers. Almost 300. That's a lot. Oh, that's a lot. Wow, wow, wow. 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 Let's take a look. Let me check something on my phone real quick. Anyway, you slice it or dice it. This is crafting it way faster than the manufacturer upstairs. Fully overclocked, it's only 5 per minute. This is crafting one every, like, what, 9 seconds? So, way faster. This will get it done, but man, is it more boring. I really should... you know, I'm going to prioritize finishing the fuel place first. And then when that gets done, then I'll build my whole factory. But until then, this is just the most boring thing I've ever done. I also need to build more nobelists, because behind where this like shoebox place is at, There's a bunch of what I'm going to call farty rocks, because I'm Kibitz, the guy who I watched play Satisfactory, also calls them farty rocks. They are sitting on top of another rock that's not so farty, so I need to get rid of the farty rocks, because this factory, this like main floor is going to be huge, so I kind of want to work around not dealing with the farty rocks personally. I might also raise the floor a couple of foundation blocks. The biggest thing though, I need to just gut the entire thing. Once the fuel stuff gets done, I'm going to dismantle the entire box that I've made here, rebuild it, maybe go for a bit more aesthetic design. I don't really like the yellow walls, and I hate to lean heavily on I'm Kibitz, but red is a favorite color of mine as well. He uses red on a lot of his builds, but I might try to come up with my own style, maybe red and black, like a matte black sort of look, which doesn't help because a lot of his builds are red and black too. I just really like the color combination. I'm not copying, I swear. Fake fan, you know, but, or overcommitted fan, I don't know what you want to call it. Yeah, we'll you know, take it one thing at a time here. Playing some games on my phone while I wait, because, you know, gotta do something with my attention span. You know. We're gonna run out of screws. Let's go ahead and grab some more. Let's grab the screws. Grab more screws. Lot more screws. With that bass line. Boom, boom, boom. 37 more. If you don't have good headphones, you can't hear the bass. Ooh. That bass line, though. Ooh, that bass. Love the filter opening there on that. Running out of frames. Once this gets done crafting, I need to get more. Which I might need to start making some by hand. $420, baby. Gonna keep us going a little bit. I might run out of industrial beams now. It's just a meme, guys. I don't know why in my mind I started hearing the start to like one of the songs that plays during Boo's Fury. I'm gonna take a look for more encased industrial beams because we're gonna need a ton more. Oh, 600? Just a measly 600. We'll be good. I think I have any more modular frames anywhere now. 27 more. We're definitely... yeah, we're over halfway. biggest thing is just the frames. We're just not making that many of them, unfortunately. The best store on the planet. I just saw above where it says fix it on the top left. You guys might also notice too, I didn't mention this at all. The last time I played, there was like a little thing that goes like diagonally that says experimental build. I converted my world back to update 6 non-experimental because I don't know if it was that causing issues or not, but I was getting really bad stutter issues. I changed it back to here and it didn't fix it, and then I did a quick restart and maybe it was something locked up in like memory or something like that. But it is running a lot smoother than it once did. And I'll be honest, I don't really restart my computer that much because I usually have Black Desert running, so... Workers gotta work, guys. I gotta make my $5 billion every once in a while. Like every year or so, they make well over $5 billion worth of resources that I have to sell, so... Okay. I'm getting ideas, by the way, for my base. Like this right here, kind of clipping through the floor, I don't like it. So I want the ground of the facility to maybe not be that high off the ground, maybe a little higher actually. Have a few ramps that lead up into like the storage area, but then I have all this space for like belt work underneath and things to move around. By the way, I didn't realize this guy was the one who was just making that noise. I didn't know that they made noises, to be honest. I need more screws now. I'm being memed like crazy. And there's only like 200 here, so we have to go through all of these again. So yeah, I've got some ideas that I want to do for the build. It's just so I can have a central enough spot for storages. And I'm not really factoring for trains. Like when I actually get legit factories kind of sparkled throughout the whole map. Sparkled. I want to make sure that I could bring some of those resources back to the main base. So I'm not entirely certain how I'm going to do that yet. We'll see. We'll cross that proverbial bridge when we get there, I would say. Like if I built a crystal oscillator if I built a crystal oscillator factory and I wanted the resources back to base so that I can build with them, then I would set something up like that. At least like a belt going the whole distance, but I would prefer a train personally. Four more. Like almost 75% done with the modular frames. Like I said, only thing I need is just computer heavy modular frames, and we just ran out of more frames. 7 more is all I can afford right now. After this, I'm gonna try to see how many computers I can maybe build and then head back, finish a little bit more generators, or I might just call a stream here, to be honest, because we're just a little over 3 hours, and that's typically how much I like to stream. I don't like to go too far past that because, well, I kind of get bored. Not gonna lie. So, you know, things happen. Boredom occurs, and now I need cables. I think of the only things that I would need here is cables and screws, and then there's circuit boards and plastic, which is upstairs or at the train station, personally. Those are good. We should have enough there on both those places now. We'll see though. Circuit board. Got 12 computers. How many of these? 19. Heck yeah. So I need circuit boards, cables, screws, plastic. Just grab another like 1,000. I don't know how many I actually need, but you know. I've got circuit boards. We're gonna need as much plastic as I can get, which these are the farty rocks, by the way. They damage you over time because it's noxious or like poisonous gas, so I need to do something with those. Grab as much plastic as we can. I might destroy that rock if I can. I don't know if you can destroy that rock. I imagine you can, and therefore it must be. No, I don't really know. What else was I'm missing? Screws. Lots and lots of screws. Screw, 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 screw. Did I grab that one? I did. And screw. All right, let me craft or get these going here. I'm gonna go ahead and call a stream here, though. I think it will get me near finished, thankfully. I still need a little bit more crafting and just kind of waiting to go, but made some really good progress tonight, and I'm looking forward to finishing the fuel factory and then maybe doing some more Black Desert tomorrow night. I might do some things in Black Desert maybe tonight. I don't really know. I'm just honestly, the one thing that I'm looking forward to right now is getting that strike lightstone, because then that'll be pretty much my entire lightstone build right now, the one I'm going for. Other than that, just like hitting Tet on my awakened weapon, hitting C10 on both gloves and shoes, prioritizing gloves because that's the new one coming out, and then hitting C7 on my Kudum, and that's kind of as far as I've thought. To think past that, I mean, it'd be nice if I can get a Tet awakening weapon and then just one tap it with a Jay's hammer 230 or 229 stack, but I don't know. It'd be cool. I just don't. I don't really. It's not that I don't believe. I just don't really think that's going to happen. Maybe that's a thing of disbelief. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you, sir, for showing up. Greatly appreciate you, man. Hope that life gets a little bit back to normal for you. I appreciate you staying up all night on the stream, but yeah, I understand the pain. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream. If you guys are new around here, hit that subscribe button, bell icon if you enjoyed what you've seen. If you want to watch these live, I do live stream Sunday through Thursday, 5 to like 8 p.m. Pacific time. Wednesday being the only exception, which is usually like maybe 7 or 8 o'clock at night. Sometime around there is when I start for maybe an hour or two. So if you guys want to go check out those streams whenever those come out, hit that little bell icon. You'll be notified when I go live, as long as YouTube wants you to know about these things. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Until next time, stay safe, take it easy, and God bless. Bye-bye.